Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. Ooh, got a little bit tongue-tied there. I've got one that you guys are probably more excited about than I am, because you guys know what week this is. I'm doing Earl Grey Bravo, and you guys, it's infamous how I feel about Earl Grey. But like a consummate professional, I'm gonna do my best and be as objective as I possibly can. Hey Ma, welcome. Shanna, welcome. You guys are the first. Amanda, welcome. You guys are like the first ones to come witness the. I'll be nice and say experience that I'm going to be going through. Teresa, welcome, and Gabby, if you're there, welcome, welcome. You guys know Alejandra, thank you for coming. Welcome. I'm going to have some issues tonight because you guys know how I feel about Earl Grey. So I'm gonna get this party started. It's still a party, even though the guest is not the most welcome. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one for me specifically, because you guys know I'm always talking about. Izzy, welcome! I'm always talking about my personal feelings about Earl Grey, but, you know, I figured, like, you guys are always asking me if I ever do a tea that I don't like, and, you know, it's hard to find one that I don't like, but you guys know this is me going after a tea that I don't like. So, here we go. I'm going to open this puppy up and see what kind of trouble I'm in tonight. Now, this is Earl Grey Bravo. I liked this one more than the other two. There's Earl Grey Lavender and Earl Grey Bella Luna. Of the three, I like the Bravo the most. So I'm going to start with the scent as usual, and this is going to be the best part. Greg, welcome! This is going to be the best part, the smell. I love the smell of Earl Grey. But it's when it gets down to the taste, you'll see why. So I'll start with the smell. Okay, so it's really, really good. It smells amazing. It's basically a hair product. The bergamot gives it a really good citrusy berry kind of smell to it. It's not a very colorful tea. This is basically it's black tea with orange peels, bergamot flavor, and blue cornflower. So it's not going to be a very bright and colorful tea. Oh, thanks. Glad you like it. You know what? I don't want to make it too strong. This is me wimping out just a little bit. Yeah, that should be nice. I mean, you guys know I generally make my tea a little strong. I'm going to pull back a little bit because I already know what I'm in for. So I'm going to show you guys right now what it looks like. See, so it's not a very colorful tea. You have the black tea in the middle. You have little specks of blue with the blue cornflower. You have the orange peels that was in there. That orange peel, and there's a bit more. It's going to add some saving qualities to it because it's going to distract a little bit. Well, I'll talk about that when we get to it. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah. So I'm going a little bit light. You can see the tea comes to about here. It will expand. It's not going to expand too much. Maybe a third to a half in size. The leaves are already quite big, so I'm not expecting too much growth. But we'll see. I mean, it's been a while since I've had it. I don't drink it very often, as you guys know. Ooh, choking a little bit. Went down the wrong pipe. But I'll talk about the history, the legend. Apparently, there's no set legend. But okay, so the story goes that Charles Earl Grey went to China on a trip, like a diplomatic trip or something, and somebody gave him the the recipe for a special tea which he brought back to England and took credit for its creation. The only problem with that story is Chinese tea is not black, and Charles Earl Grey has never set foot in China. So other than that, everything else is true. He took credit for it, and the general consensus was this part has been confirmed. The general consensus was sip sip ick. How can you drink that? You know, people have had a very strong opinion of this tea all throughout history, and I mean, it's whenever I recommend it to somebody, it's with a grain of salt. I keep warning them that it's a 50-50 shot that they might actually like it or hate it. So, you know, I mean, it's luck of the draw. I will never discourage anybody from having it. I just happen to be part of the latter group that doesn't quite like it. I've grown a tolerance for it. Oh, and my water's done. So I've grown a tolerance for it, but that's about as good as I can get with this. So generally, since this is a black tea, the temperature should be steeped at 212 degrees, but unlike a regular black tea, it should only be steeped for about 2 minutes rather than 5. So I'm going to be understeeping it a little bit. It'll still pull out all the flavor. Hopefully this will reduce the taste that happens. Basically, the effect. I'll talk about what the exact taste is while I'm actually tasting it. But the effect of the taste is a bit bitter. It's a bit well, I don't want to get too much into it because that is going to be problematic for the rest of the stream if I give away too much during the intro. So, you know, I mean, this is something that I'm already struggling with, but I paid money for it, so it's not going to go to waste. This is for completely professional things. This professional purposes, but you know, just you guys know. For the record, I'm doing it completely and totally for you guys, just because I don't always get a tea that I don't like. Oh, looks like Quackhead's going. Yep, that is the sound of my doom. So I'm going to let this drip out a little bit. And as well, it should be fair to note that traditionally, Earl Grey is served with sugar and cream. I'm not using either one. I'm doing it completely raw, completely unsweetened. And this is something that I'm not truly looking forward to. But you know, like I said, this is the best of the three. So I'm gonna be as completely fair and honest as I possibly can. I'm gonna let that cool off a bit. Oh, but it still smells really, really good. I'm gonna tap it a little bit to see if it is stopped. It's storming out here, so you keep losing the signal. It's alright, just keep coming back. That's what counts. Oh, hopefully, yeah, it's those last little drops that are gonna get me. That always happens. I try so hard not to. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna let that sit there and drip out a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like when it pours. Let me get my tea rag. Oh, there we go. Pouring it out. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Oh, it's hot. There we go. Okay, so you can see it's a nice dark color. Not the blackest tea that I've had, but it's up there. It's pretty dark. I'm going to show you guys real quick. It's kind of around a little bit between last week's Irish breakfast and Scottish breakfast. You guys remember how it was gradually getting darker between the blend. This one, it's a fair shade in between. I'll show you guys real quick. Look at that, it's a lot darker. It's not as red as the Irish breakfast was last week, but you see it's got those red qualities. And it's got the, it goes from black to red to tan. There's a little bit of a yellow halo, and there's some clear water at the top. That is, it looks like it's on the way to the Scottish breakfast blend, which you remember, hopefully, is that the Scottish breakfast was super dark, it was super strong, and there was no clear water at the top. This one, you can see it's got a little bit of the clear water, but not so much. So it's a good example of like the transition between the strength of the teas. Earl Grey is by nature a strong tea, so I'm I'm in for it tonight. Normally, strong isn't a bad thing, but we'll see. So here we go. Okay. So it's not terrible when it's understeeped, but it tastes like a shampoo. It's a little bit bitter, starting from the mid-tongue to the back. It's a strong citrus flavor. You can smell the orange, you can smell the bergamot, but the taste, you taste it a little intensely. Now, when you drink Earl Grey, it kind of coats the tongue a little bit. It keeps it. How do I put this? It basically warms up your entire mouth at once. The taste is really quick, really distinctive. I don't eat shampoo, not on purpose. It's, sometimes it just gets in your mouth, It's like, say you're washing your hair, you just happen to yawn at the wrong moment, and bah! That just, you just, ooh. You get that bitter taste of just a shot in the mouth. It's awful. Okay. So this isn't as bad as I remember it. It's not my first choice, but it's not terrible. I guess it's because I'm already tolerating it, but I had to build up to this point. It took three ounce bags of Earl Grey. I used Earl Grey Bravo. There was Earl Grey Lavender and Earl Grey Bella Luna, and all three I bought at the same time. So I had no choice but to drink all of them one after the other, because basically it was a waste of money if I didn't. And it helped me learn to tolerate. Of course, I put sugar in it and cream. It helps a lot. But tonight, I don't have that. I don't have that net below me. Oh, excuse me. I'm hiccuping already. That's not a good sign. All right, I'm gonna put this thing down because it's there. It's like it's hard for me to put into words sometimes how it is, because I don't want to give you guys the wrong impression. It's not horrible. I can see why people like it. Me in particular, I don't love it. Um, but it's not awful. You know, it's not like a really bad tea. Whenever I talk about it, people get a little turned off and sometimes a little scared. I have a coworker who I told her I was going to share some of this with her on Monday, and she was scared to try. I'm like, don't be scared of it. It's a new experience, and it's something, it's not going to kill you. Um, and it's a 50-50 shot. You might actually like it. I have a couple friends that do, and they think I'm crazy for not liking it. But I mean, like, it's okay. It's bergamot, and it is tasty. But it's what that taste is, and what that taste is on the back end. That is kind of what turns me off. You know, if you can get past that bitter back end part, you're golden. I mean, not everybody can. I I am learning to. It's still a learning process, but I mean, everybody has their own tastes. But that's why I do these, because not everybody's gonna share my opinion. Not everybody's gonna share my taste. I might look at you funny if you say you like this, but ultimately, to each their own. And I'm trying to get as much out of the taste as I possibly can. That's why I'm drinking slowly and I'm slurping it loudly, because I don't want to come across as being unfair. I mean, it's a decent tasting tea. I'm not gonna lie, and give it a bad rap. But it's good. It's not terrible. And I feel bad about saying that, because you guys know I rag on it all the time. But I mean, it's not terrible. It's just a. To say. Mm. Now, normally this would be the part of the stream where I just go, it's so good, but I can't in good conscience do that. it's um, it's really. I mean, I wish that I could just like give you all a taste so that you can make up your own minds. Because while I am saying that it's not particularly my taste, I don't want to come across as being like negative with it. I mean, people like it. Charles Earl Grey did. So much that he took credit for it. I mean, I say, why not go with it? I wish I had a tea named after me. I would totally, I would totally do that. But maybe one day, we'll see. I'll have to like go to China, find some black tea, and name it after myself. Even though black tea isn't found in China, but neither was Earl Grey. So, anyway, so if you guys have any questions, any comments, anything you want to throw at me, I know I'm doing this early. I want to get your opinions on what you think that Earl Grey is, based on what I talk about, because I mean, I don't want to give you guys the wrong impression. And I'm trying to stay as conscious of what I say in general. But by the same token, welcome back, Alejandra. By the same token, I mean, my opinion is just my opinion. I always encourage you guys to explore your own tastes, explore your own feelings. And who knows? I mean, this might be something you actually enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that. I kind of wish I had some cream. I have sugar, but I'm using restraint. I'm doing this the professional way. I'm getting 100% taste out of this. That's part of here. Now it's starting to cool off a little bit. just a little bit. Um, and I'm getting more of the shampoo, the shampoo taste. The like every time I breathe out, I taste it, and it's like, how do I put this? A little bit soapy. It's a little bit. I want to do this as tactfully as possible, as you can tell. Um, I mean, I'm being honest right now. I mean, it's best drank when it's piping hot, because your taste buds are not as sensitive when it's at full temperature. But by the same token, I'm drinking this and doing a stream at the same time, so by the end of it, it's not going to be as hot as I'd like it. Now, it is cooling down a little bit more so that I can drink more at a time. That's why you hear the loud slurps, because I'm intaking more. And it's not terrible. You know, I mean, maybe I'm giving it a bad rap because it's been so long since I did have it that, you know, I've built it up into being this monster that is in the closet. It's like Earl Grey is gonna get you. No, it's not terrible. I mean, it's not gonna. I don't believe it's ever gonna be like my go-to tea, but it's not awful. So out of 5 stars, I would give it 3. You know, a little above average. It's fine. I have had worse teas. You guys have seen me and the broccoli tea. It was an interesting experience all around. It wasn't the best tasting tea. Oh, excuse me. But it did have some redeeming qualities. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, I'm fighting the hiccups. Oh, okay. I gotta drink it. Oh. Ooh, I gotta chill. Whew. That hit me like right in the back of my neck. Like, I drank it and there was a chill that went up my spine. Just because that I couldn't swallow right away because I was fighting the hiccup, and I had the shampoo taste in my mouth a little bit longer than I would have liked. And you know, that at that point it became a little bit harder to swallow. God, I mean, it's really not as bad as I'm making it out to be, but like by the same token, it kind of is. I mean, everybody's going to have a different reaction to it, and I mean, I feel kind of bad for saying these kind of things, because I mean, you guys know I genuinely love tea, and it's like sometimes when you have a bad child, it's hard to admit it's a bad child, but when you got a bad child, you gotta beat it once in a while, you know? You're like, hey, behave. Not to say, you know, like beating your children really hard is a bad thing, but I mean, is a good thing. But I don't know. Don't beat your kids too hard. That's the moral of this story. Hey, I can say that because I got beat as a kid too, right, Ma? You'll know. I got the chancleta a couple times. Oh, but look at how well I turned out. Nice and well-rounded and kind of psycho, you know. That's... Anyway. Enough about me and my rough childhood. Hi, Ma. I know. I'm going to have some of that rough childhood back at the end of the month when Ma comes to visit. I'll tell you. Oh, she's going to bring some special chancletas for me. can't even. Okay, okay. All right, all right. I'll behave. I'll behave. This is all right. I gotta put this down. I can't hold it. Whew. Okay. All right. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good before I dig myself into a deeper hole than I'm already in. Mm. Oh. Okay. Whew. My God. I'm like, I had a heavy dinner, so I'm kind of like, I'm already kind of stuffed. The tea is adding to it, and it's not like right now my mouth, all that's left in it at the moment is like that shampoo kind of taste. It's how do I put this? It's like it's effervescent, kind of like when you have mint, and it cools the tongue and you get like that minty taste when you breathe. It's like that, only with shampoo, only with like the bergamot, and it's like it's a little it's a little questionable. I mean, yeah, this is the natural state, this is the natural way that it's going to be. I can guarantee that while I'm drinking this for the rest of the week, I'm going to be adding cream and sugar a lot. So, you know, we'll just go with that. Oh, it is. Oh, it's storming out there. It's starting to get a little loud. I think that is foreshadowing of the rest of this stream. Earl Grey is gonna get me. He's like, ooh, yeah. I'm waiting to be got. But yeah, this is it's not. I'm waiting for lightning to strike. It's not terrible though. I mean, it's just the aftertaste that's getting me a little bit. Oh, whew. I'm so stuffed right now. I should not have eaten so much. This tea is highly caffeinated, so I'm probably not going to be sleeping all that well tonight. I mean, you guys know that caffeine normally doesn't affect me all that much, but sometimes, like when you are fully awake, and then you have caffeine on top of that, it doesn't make it any easier to actually sleep. This is a morning kind of tea. It's not very relaxing. I mean, it might be if you like the bergamot taste. If you prefer it, then this would be like an afternoon. Probably not an evening tea, but this is definitely a morning tea. Something that'll kick you in the pants to wake you up. It's got a lot of good qualities to it. It's got a lot of health qualities. You guys, black tea is always good for like immunity, for your not digestion. What is it? The metabolism. It's good to help clean you out. But other than that, I mean, it's always easier to mention the good qualities when the taste is just as good. You get excited about it, but this, I mean, it's all right. It's like down the middle. I'm certainly glad that I understeeped it, because oversteeped, this is not a tea that I would mess with when it was oversteeped. It would be the kind that would be really hard to swallow. Because, I mean, the bergamot is bad enough, but when you oversteep a black tea, it intensifies the bitterness, and I can only imagine what it would do to the soapy flavor. That would just be, it would be too hard to handle. But in this case, it's not bad. I think I did a good job with the temperature and the time. especially the time, because generally, if I had not read the instructions beforehand, I would have done it for 5 minutes, and you would have literally witnessed my death. Like, I don't know what it would do to me, but it would just be awful. Oh my god! But I'm cool. I'm good with this for now. You guys have any questions, any comments, anything you want to throw at me? Feel free to do so. I also, while I'm digesting, I also have the fan on me because it's really hot and it's humid. And Carrie, welcome. It's really humid out here, so when you drink a black tea in like the heat and the humidity, it combines it, and it makes you kind of uncomfortable because you're sweating on top of the humidity. It's all right, better late than never. I mean, I'm doing Earl Grey, so this is the more people that watch, the merrier, because this is classically one that I'm not a fan of. But me wanting to be professional and wanting to bring to you all the teas regardless of my personal feelings, this is the proof that I can be a consummate professional when I need to be. Most of the time I'm not. Most of the time I'm a big old unprofessional goofball. But this is one of those times that I have to pull myself together and get it done. Oh. Alright, I swallowed a lot that time, and it hit me in the back of the throat. The initial taste, when all of that is concentrated on the swallow, it kind of like just whacks you in the back of the throat with a shampoo. And it's like taking a swig of the aftertaste is still there. The aftertaste it's very strong, and it's like I'm having physical I don't want to say physical symptoms, physical reactions to this tea. Ooh, excuse me. God, I really wish Stuart was here, because Stuart would probably give it a much better review than me. Oh, excuse me. Because he tends to like Earl Grey. This is not the time to get the hiccups, because I don't want to drink more to get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? But the first cup is mostly down, so I'm going to go ahead and top myself off. There we go. Look at that nice copper. Oh, nice copper looking liquid. Oof. Oh my god, I'm so stuffed right now. I'm like, I'm still digesting. But I'm gonna get through this. I have about half a cup left. And, I generally like to take my time. And, I'm trying not to rush to get this over with. But I feel like I can't really savor it, just a personal thing. I can't really I can stomach it, but I'm not particularly enjoying this one really all that much. Ooh. So yeah, I do not recommend letting it get cold, because this I'm getting more shampoo flavor than I'm comfortable with. It's the taste is it's just in there, and it's a slow burning taste. Like, after this stream, it's probably still going to be in my mouth for about 10 minutes out. It's staying there. Like it's I'm trying not to regret breaking my rule of not of putting sugar in there. But it's exactly, it's shampoo. It really is. The bergamot has a lot of qualities that go in, like shampoo, conditioner, skincare products, hair products. It smells amazing, and you know, I kind of wish that it tasted just as amazing. But I mean, to me, it doesn't. So many people love it. So many people can go on and on about the beauties of this tea. I can't. It's just my particular taste. It's hard for me. You guys have seen me go on and on about teas, just raving about how wonderful they are. But this one is kind of like, I will never say don't drink it. But as for me, I only drink it on a very rare occasion. Like when I'm doing a stream about it. That's pretty much the only time I would do it. I did have one Earl Grey that I liked, and that was in Tilula's. They have an Earl Grey with that's mixed with Lapsang Souchong, and I mean the smokiness of it really tempered the shampoo a lot. So when I was drinking, I got a lot of the smokiness to cover up for the aftertaste, and that was amazing. I mean, me and Lapsang, we're like that. You know, I love Lapsang Souchong, especially first thing in the morning or the afternoon during lunch. It gives you a good cleansing. As far as your palate is concerned, it will overtake everything. It might be a little strong for a lot of people, and that's okay. I mean, that's another one that when I recommend with the side note of, you may not like this, you may hate me for recommending it, but I mean, a lot of people like it, and they're surprised because it tastes. Miriam, welcome. It tastes so smoky. It tastes like barbecue. So when you drink it, it catches you off guard if you're not expecting it. This the Earl Grey has that same effect, but whether or not that effect is a positive or a negative, it's up to you. Yeah, you certainly did miss a lot. Guess you were on the bus and you just forgot about me. It's okay. I forgive you this time. Next time, no. Ooh. I gotta stop making that face. I know it's really off-putting. Oh, Doctor Spoil. Okay, I guess I can let you off the hook this time and next time. But other than that, no promises. But anyway, I know that I'm making this face, and it's hard for me not to, because I mean I can still taste it, and frankly, by the end of this stream, I'm probably gonna take like a bottle of squeezed mayonnaise and right in there, just get all of that. I don't want to say washed up, but no problem. I don't want to get. I don't mean like get it washed up, but like cover the taste a little bit. Maybe I'll get some spicy mustard in there, like get some condiments, something. If I were to pair it with something, I don't know. What would you guys pair shampoo with besides conditioner? You know, like, uh, God. I would put it with another fruit. Um, Maybe like a jelly donut. This would actually probably pair well with a jelly donut. Um, Probably pair well with like one of those cookies with the not the cherry in the middle, but like the jelly. Uh, what else is there? Oh, ambrosia. Ambrosia because it's got like the cream and the fruit and stuff in it. That might be a good pairing. But yeah, the trash from the looks that I'm making. I know, and I don't. Ooh, that was a loud one. Ooh, my floor is shaking. That was. I'm sorry to the gods of Earl Grey, the spirit of Earl Grey. I'm sorry. I'm broadcasting my general dislike of your tea. Please forgive me. I'm so gonna get struck down. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but that last one was pretty loud. Anyway, what was I forgot. Oh yeah, what I'm pairing it with. Surprisingly, I honestly think that it would go well with cheese, because it's got like that kind of tart flavor from the citrus, like a kind of a berry. Smidgen has to go, but not on this. Yeah, yeah, the weather is kind of bad. If she does go out, have her like stay close, because that's not gonna be a good thing. Rick, welcome. It didn't tell me that you snuck in there. Whew, I am quite stuffed, and I still have a bit more to go. So if you have any questions, any comments, just throw them at me. It's a little hard to breathe, but I'm doing all right. Oh God. Okay, so yeah, it's right about now. Apparently, so you're a super ninja. Apparently it's getting a little bit cooler than I'd like. It's getting like slightly above room temperature, and that shampoo flavor is it's making it a little bit hard to swallow, in literally and figuratively. It's like it's difficult, but it's not terrible. I can see why some people like it. I mean I know I keep repeating that because I'm trying to stay balanced. It's just not my cup of tea. But it's just not. I guess I'm assuming that that's actually the exact tea that people say it's not my cup of tea about. This is it. It's just not my cup of tea. But it is a cup of tea, and I'm presenting it to you guys just as is. Oh God, I'm so stuffed right now. I'm trying to. It's hard to continue to drink it when I'm on a full stomach already, and it's a tea that I'm not too keen on. But I'm pushing through. This is a labor of love, and I'm getting it done. Oh. Oh my God, I'm so stuffed. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a few minutes to do some announcements. I'm gonna put that down for now because it's taking its toll. Okay, so announcements. Next month, I'm going to be starting the tea fandom. You guys have asked for it, so that was loud. You guys asked for it. You guys voted, so I will be starting my fandom for the Marvel comics. This is for the recommendation that Shanna made. His name was something Woody. I'll know the name of it next week, but being the first week of September, the first Friday of September, I should say, it's gonna start that whole series of fandom teas. So I'll be presenting that to you guys starting next week. What is it? This is the most polite diss on tea ever. Yes, it absolutely is. I'm not trying to diss it because, I mean, it does have its own quality as a tea. It's kind of like she has a nice personality kind of moment. It's a nice personality. I almost let that one pass, and that is not good. Oh, anyway, that's not good. I gotta be on top of it. My tea puns. I guess Earl Grey is like my weakness. It dulls my senses slightly, but that's okay. Anyway, so I'll be starting the famine. What's famine? I'll be starting the. Oh, okay. I was like, what famine? I'll be starting the fandom teas. I got out some really good ones. Woody is known for making some really good teas. I haven't had any from him before, but I've taken the recommendation, and it should be good. Yeah, and I guess I'll do them 1 week at a time, and I'll announce it the week before. You guys will see. It's gonna be interesting. I'll talk about more. I'll talk about that more next week at the beginning. And congratulations to our winner Becky, who won the teapot last week. She just got it today, and her reaction was, "This is so cute." She loves it. She picked the girliest color ever. It came in pink, and I'm teasing her about it, but she's really satisfied. So I'm going to give her. I'm going to give her some tea lessons because she needs it. She needs to find a tea that she likes, and hopefully we'll be able to get a good one. But yeah, so there's that. And I've been talking about this for weeks, and it's way behind schedule. I have been trying to get my IMVU room up and running. There has been delay after delay after delay. I'm waiting on one last piece, and then I'll be able to open up my IMVU room. So everybody that's that's on IMVU and watching this stream right now, Alejandra, I see you. Everybody that's on IMVU will be able to join it. This will be an official connection to the community, and you guys will have some extra fun in there. We'll be hanging out. I'll get more people invited, more people on the stream, more people. It's all for the. Oh, Rick, that's right. I forgot that you're on there because you don't have the IMVU picture on your icon. But yeah, you are going to get an invite. Don't worry, I'll let you know. It should be up sometime this week. I'm just waiting on one last piece, and we'll get it going. So I have about 2 or 3 more sips left. So go ahead, throw it at me. You have any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, let me know. Now's the time. I know. I know I have to join you sometime. I keep coming in at when either I'm online and I'm busy, or I'm not at my computer at all. But I see when you come in and you're on your group. I need to just drop in. I'm honestly, I'm horrible at joining at joining public rooms. That's the thing. Like whenever you invite me, I'm like either not at my computer or I'm like working on something else. And I come back and I see that I missed your invitation. I'm like, no. But I promise I'll be better at it. I'm terrible at going to public rooms, but by the same token, like, why am I opening another public room? I have two of them. One I semi-abandoned. but, but let's we'll see how this one goes. I want this one to be more active. It's got a theme. It's got a purpose. And you know what? The more people that come in, the better. So once I open it, I'll send invites to you guys. You can come in. You invite your friends, and say, you know, I'm on, and you can always pop in. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I plan on it. I just don't always execute it very well. But I'm trying to get better. I go through seasons of shall we say antisocial behavior. So sometimes I'm in, sometimes I'm out. Sometimes I'm better at being in public rooms. But, you know, I mean, nobody's perfect. Oof. Alright, I'm down to my last swallow. And that last swallow might take a little while for me to recover from this current swallow. Because the taste of the entire pot is still in my mouth. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I promise I will make time for you guys, though. I have met one or two people from the group from earlier on, but I don't know if they'll remember me. I don't know. I mean, how could they forget me? I'm awesome. But yeah, we'll see. Oof. So which shampoo is it? Pantene. It's all about Pantene Pro V. I don't know. That's the only one that comes to mind. For hair so healthy it shines. And I don't know, is my tongue shining? Because all I taste is like that shampoo. Does my tongue have more body and more volume? I don't know. Does it flow? I gotta do that slow motion. You know what I'm talking about? All those commercials, they always have the girls flipping their hair in slow motion. It goes, oh man, I gotta have a sense of humor about it, because it's a hard one for me. Like, you guys, well, my teeth are brushed fine. It's my tongue that needs a little work. Especially now that it's like humid outside, my tongue is frizzy. So this shampoo may help a little bit. My taste buds are going, pow! Oh my god, that's awful. Awful! Okay. Anyway. Right now my tongue looks like Teresa's Fraggle. That's going, I don't know if you guys can see each other's icons, but my sister has that Fraggle with the hair coming out. That's exactly what my tongue is doing right now. Okay, last call, last sip. Not a moment too soon. Down the hatch, down the hatch. Whew! I did it, you guys. I survived. This wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I built it up in my mind a lot. You can guarantee that after I get off this stream, I'm going to run over to my fridge and get some spicy mustard and just all over there. But consummate professional right now. This is me. I'm, hooray! Right here, right now. I did it. I survived. So, if you guys are curious, and, you know, despite my review, I hope you guys still are. I would recommend first trying the $5 sample tea, because, as I always say, it's a 50-50 shot. You'll either hate it or you'll love it. And you don't want to waste too much money unless you're able to sample it first. Oh, excuse me. So if you guys are lucky enough to be in Chicago, and you're lucky enough to have me as a friend, and you're lucky enough for me to take you down to Adagio, you can try a sample for tea, for free, and you'll know right then and there if you like it or not. But since like 90% of you guys are like spread out all over the U.S., I will recommend either trying it at home first. Now keep in mind, you have to be very selective about any tea that you sample first, because it could very well turn you off teas altogether. That's what happens when you drink Lipton. You guys, I mean, I know I keep saying this, and I hate bad-mouthing Lipton, but, I mean, a lot of people are just turned off by it, because it's not very good quality. It's not really authentic. You know, I hate to say that, but, like, I mean, well, okay, no, I take it back. I don't want to say it's not authentic. It's just the quality is not the best. So if you are to try an Earl Grey, and it's already a bad quality Earl Grey, you might never get up the nerve to drink a good quality Earl Grey. And that's what I'm trying to avoid here. This is a good quality Earl Grey. While it may not be my taste, it could be yours. So I'm gonna post the link to Earl Grey Bravo. There are 2 other blends that they use Earl Grey with. I don't believe I'll be doing the other 2. Maybe one day in the far, far future, and this will be a very spread out kind of thing. But yeah, this I'll leave the this one was the best of the 3 to me. Oh wait, I almost forgot. I was letting it dry, but I'm going to show you guys how much it expanded. I almost forgot. So it looks like it just about doubled in size. It used to be like about right there. I underpacked it, so yeah, it doubled. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, there you go. There's too much shine on there, but yeah, you guys see the level. It kind of doubled in there. It actually that's more of an expansion than I expected, which, I mean, I'm glad for it. I mean, it surprises me. I'm all up for surprises. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and share the link with you guys. I hope that, you know, despite my review, you guys are still curious. You guys are still willing to try it. I highly encourage you to be brave, because had I not been brave, I would have never tried this tea to begin with. I would have never tried any tea to begin with, because Lipton had turned me off for years. And, you know, I mean, I did not know any better. But you guys, the ball is in your court. I encourage you to try it at least once. See which side of the 50-50 you're on, and you'll be good to go. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Any last minute announcements? Probably not. Not off the top of my head. If I do come up with anything, I'll just update the community. And you guys have a great weekend. It's a 3-day weekend, so everybody have fun. Go to your barbecues. This is the last time this summer you'll get the chance, because fall is rapidly approaching, and I'd hate to see summer go, but you gotta let go sometime, right? So have a great weekend. Have a wonderful holiday. Rest up if you can, and I will see you next week. Have a good one.